Critics are calling Jack the funniest and the best.
You don't look 10.
I'm big for my age.
A dream of a movie.
You shoot hoops?
Me?
No, the 40-year-old kid behind you.
Robin Williams is dynamite as the most lovable 10-year-old you'll ever meet.
No girls allowed!
It's his best performance
How would you like to see your classroom?
in this Oscar-worthy film.
I had a scary dream. Can I sleep in here?
Of course, buddy. You won't forget Jack, rated PG-13. Starts Friday, August 9th. NBC 10, home of the 96 Summer Olympics.
The following edition of News 10 aired live at 11 p.m. and is being rebroadcast as a service to our late-night viewers. You're watching Philadelphia's NBC 10. Now, live from the News Center, this is News 10.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our late-night edition of News 10. I'm Renee Chenault.
And I'm Ken Matz, and tonight's Olympic competition full of images to remember. We'll have all the thrilling highlights, including Dan O'Brien's quest for gold. You remember, he failed to make the 92 Olympic team. Now he's poised to win the decathlon.
But first, tonight police say they've cracked the case of the child snatcher who's been prowling area neighborhoods. Tonight, a suspect is in custody. You heard about the arrest first on News 10 at 5. News 10's Bill Baldini broke the story, and now he has the latest details.
As we first reported, Sex Crimes has charged a North Philadelphia man with kidnapping, molesting, and raping young girls in Kensington, Port Richmond, and the Feltonville area. This is the car police say the suspect, 37-year-old Guillermo Barrero, used in the crime. They found it near the scene of today's attempted abduction of a 4-year-old in Port Richmond that was foiled by a dog and his owner. Police say Barrero actually returned to the scene of the crime and said he knew something about the kidnapping.
Police officers noticed him. Sex crimes investigators noticed this male and noticed that he did fit the description.
Was this a situation where some police person put two and two together, sees this fella, starts questioning him and thinks this may be the guy?
Absolutely.
Is that how it happened?
Absolutely.
Sergeant Pat Geegan and Detective John McConnell are the officers who first questioned Barrero. They also found evidence in the car linking the suspect to the 5 kidnappings.
He's been charged with rape, kidnapping, burglary, indecent assault.
The arrest sent a sigh of relief throughout the Kensington, Port Richmond, and Feltonville areas.
There's a lot of tension in the neighborhood. Everybody was basically watching everybody. Everybody was watching for each other's, kids.
The father of one of the children who was molested told News 10's Terry Ruggles the suspect was lucky the family did not catch him first.
He wouldn't be living right now. He would be like tortured to make him feel the same pain as what these girls suffer.
The suspect is now in jail, and the police say they believe he is the culprit, and also say the mothers and fathers in the Kensington area can now rest a lot easier. Bill Baldini, News 10.
In Wilmington tonight, another wrinkle in the search for Anne Marie Fahey. FBI agents armed with a search warrant swarmed over the home of a prominent attorney, the last person to see her. News 10's Doug Schimel has details.
The FBI, Wilmington Police Department, and Delaware State Police have a joint kidnapping investigation.
As if the case needed a bizarre turn, FBI agents swarmed over Tom Capano's rental house, carting out a master bedroom toilet to check for trace evidence. Soil samples dug near a child's treehouse, a metal detector, and basement search.
There was no need for them to come in like Gestapo.
Charles Oberle says his client allowed Wilmington police to search his property a month ago after Delaware governor's aide Anne Marie Fahey vanished after she and Capano had dinner. And Tom Capano reportedly isn't worried about what evidence FBI agents might find in his car.
I don't know what they expect. You're going to find hairs? Sure. I suspect you'll find. You've been in his car. You were in his car that night.
The FBI also brought in dogs from a forensics team, and earlier in the day, agents even searched a car belonging to Tom Capano's estranged wife. Word of the search reached Anne Marie Fahey's boss.
We're grateful for the assistance. We're grateful for the expertise and professionalism that the FBI will bring to this crime. We want whoever may have harmed Anne Marie to be brought to justice.
But there was a different sentiment from Tom Capano's landlady who watched the search.
I feel very sad for everybody. I'd look at my house and say it's torn up, but a lot of people's lives are torn up, including Tom's.
But what is it that brings the FBI out here to Tom Capano's house now? Is it testimony from a witness, testimony that may be leading investigators to a body? We may find out all too soon. Doug Schimel, News 10, Wilmington, Delaware.
And now to Atlanta, where the search for a suspect in the bombing at the Olympics takes on new intensity. Tonight, the focus is clearly on security guard Richard Jewell.
News 10's Tracy Davidson is live at the Olympics with the very latest. Tracy?
Good evening, Ken and Renee. It could be a law enforcement mind game to try to push Richard Jewell over the edge. Or it could be that the FBI is just trying to collect enough evidence before making an arrest. Either way, tonight, Richard Jewell and his belongings are under a microscope. Armed with a search warrant, the FBI came knocking on Richard Jewell's door this morning. By midday, 24 investigators, some donning booties, were entering Jewell's home. And by early evening, they were emerging with boxes, some of them gun boxes. Jewell voluntarily handed over his keys, and his truck was towed away to be searched. Also being searched, a cabin in northern Georgia where Jewell once lived. Jewell's lawyer hopes the searches will bring an end to the suspicions.
Have they found anything inside to your knowledge?
No, and I don't think they're going to either. And frankly, we welcome this because then this thing is going to be over. That's what we're looking forward to.
Joining Jewell today, his family, also hoping it'll be over soon.
And when this is through, could y'all clean up?
Authorities are looking for any possible evidence that would link Jewell to the Centennial Park bombing. He was at first hailed as a hero for notifying authorities about the knapsack and moving people out of the way. Today, we know much more about the security guard. This picture, for instance, was supplied by a friend from what was supposed to be a camping trip in 1994, but Jewell showed up with a gun. Friends say he often traveled with several guns.
He had some machine guns, he had pistols, shotguns. Anything you about wanted, he had. He collected a lot of guns.
We will have much more on the investigation tomorrow morning on News 10 Today. Right now, we check with Vi Sakahema, who tonight is a very happy man. I'll let Vi tell you why. Vi?
For good reason, Tracy. You know what I love about this country is that we love a winner and we love an underdog. One of the best Cinderella stories here at these Olympic Games is playing itself out in the boxing ring. Tonight, the super heavyweight boxer from Tonga, Paia Wolfgram, he's my cousin, he's wearing red, pounded his Cuban opponent, Alexis Rubalcaba, tonight. The Cuban was expected to win the gold medal. That's not going to happen, folks, because my cousin won. Paia is now assured the bronze, and he fights for the silver on Friday. He'll fight for the gold on Sunday. I was there in the stands cheering as loud as I could. Check out the upper right-hand screen. That's me with the flag there. Yeah, I'm waving it. Let me tell you, I've never felt so proud, so excited for someone as long as I can remember. This, folks, is what the Olympics are all about, the underdog. Moving on, a good day for American Dan O'Brien, who after 5 events leads the men's decathlon. O'Brien, who failed the 1992 Olympic team, came into Atlanta looking to make his star shine in these Olympics. O'Brien holds the lead in the decathlon with 3,625 points over fellow American Chris Huffins, who is second. But things were not so bright for former Villanova star Vicky Huber. In the preliminaries for the women's 1,500 meters, the top three from each heat move on, but it wasn't so for Huber. Unable to overcome a poor start, she faded down the stretch, finishing in 9th place, a gallant effort by Vicky Huber. The debut of women's softball at the Olympics can be considered a success. Last night, the U.S. women won gold thanks to the efforts of 2 players who learned how to play the game in our area. News 10's Luann Kahn has the story.
Good job, Dee. A day after their winning game in Columbus, Georgia, these New Jersey natives are just playing around. But during these games, they've worked hard to show the world what the first #1 Olympic women's softball team is made of. All gold. It's the best feeling in the world. It's pretty awesome. There's a lot of sweat and blood in this medal. Deanna left her job to pursue this medal. And Michelle, now living in Japan and playing on a team there, says she thought she'd lost her pitching arm 10 years ago in an accident, but she kept going. For me, justification of really why it happened, that I just persevered through it, and it was a story that I could help share with young kids to let them know that, we don't fall out of bed and become Olympic athletes. It's a lot of hard work. Now the gold may help pave the way to new dreams.
Hopefully, I'm looking to open my own academy, my own softball school on the border of Delaware and Philadelphia, so that the kids down there will have new doors open to them, new opportunities.
Both talk about passing their love of the game on to the next generation. to teach boys and girls to get up no matter how many times they fall down.
That's the difference between Olympic athletes and everyday regular people, is that Olympic athletes believe in themselves. They don't give up ever, no matter how deep of a valley they get in. They just keep striving and working harder, and they just keep dreaming. And that's important for kids to understand that.
I think they're great. I'm proud.
And the admiration is much appreciated by these women, hoping many more will follow in their footsteps.
We love you guys too.
Luann Kahn, News 10, at the Olympics.
Thank you.
Congratulations to the U.S. women's softball team and my cousin. There's only 100,000 people, Tracy, in Tonga tonight. We have shocked the world, forgive me, but I'll be back in sports later on. We'll have a lot more on it. Tracy, back to you in Centennial Park.
Thanks, Vi. We're very excited for you and your cousin.
Thank you.
The normal high is 86 now. July, get out of your way a little bit here. July, normally we have about 9 days that we hit 90 degrees or above. Last year we had 21 days. It was a very hot July, one of the hottest on record. This year, 0. Big fat goose egg. It's been a cool July. That's only the third time we did not hit 90 or above in July. So we say goodbye July, hello August, but unfortunately it's raining in August too. Temperatures in the 70s everywhere you look. Cool spot Pocono 66, and we still have a good deal of rain. Got a flash flood watch still in effect for most of the greater Philadelphia region overnight, with the exception of southern Jersey and central and southern Delaware. Now, look at the storm totals from today. See that right in there, that line right along the river picked up anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of rain. That's why the huge puddles in some of the banks, the rivers went over their banks this afternoon and early this evening, especially up towards Trenton Way, Mercer County, picked up 4 and 5 inches up in this direction, up that way. Everywhere else 2 to 4, and some places back towards this way 4 to 5 inches of rain. Everywhere else an inch or less. All right. More rain to come. Let's see. Doppler radar. It's pushing out to sea now. Some heavy bands still left near Toms River, but the back edge now, not so bad. It's clearing out at least for a while, but there's more rain waiting in the wings. Flyby time. All that rain now coming out of this way, south and west out of the Gulf of Mexico. That humid, moist flow, that's over us still. And this front is stuck. Can't move through. As long as that front remains there and the flows out of the Gulf of Mexico, we're going to get more rain, and that's going to be the story for the next 48 hours at least. Humidity, the showers and thunderstorms as we fly up the coast. You can see all the rain activity, the convective activity. As we pull into the greater Philadelphia region, still a good deal of cloud cover and some showers. Now, if you're heading down the shore later on today, all right, temperatures will top off around 80 up and down the coastal sections. Yeah, you wake up to some showers tomorrow morning, some fog. There could be some afternoon hazy sunshine. Keep your fingers crossed. We get enough sunshine. Sun index should raise somewhere between around 4 or 5 during the afternoon, depending on the amount of sun. And again, the best chance of rain tomorrow will be in the morning, and then clearing out some in the afternoon, and then maybe coming back again on Friday and Saturday, and then leaving on Sunday. I'm sorry, I'm just a messenger. Okay, forecast for tonight. Scattered showers and heavy thunderstorms. Still some localized flooding all over the place. 65 to 70, especially Jersey. Tomorrow, some sunshine at times. That's some good news. Now, and that will take place mainly in the morning. Still the possibility of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Highs around 80, but we will see some sunshine tomorrow. And on the 5-day forecast, as we move through the week, well, Friday, yeah, we'll see some sunshine then too. But I think this front's going to back up. It's going to become a warm tropical front. So until it gets out of here, we still have the threat of a shower or a thunderstorm Friday. And Saturday, timing is extremely difficult. And then by Sunday, it should be all right. The front sweeps all the way inland. Temperatures move up into the mid-80s. And we're looking at some heat, some true summer heat possible by Monday.
I think it's the music. You get some good music in here, we'll have a good forecast.
I'm feeling good about that.
What is the forecast for Tonga?
Tonga?
Yeah.
A win.
A win. Isn't that great
That
about
was great.
Vi's cousin Paya? I'm so excited about that.
And what's his cousin? It's Vi?
And Paya.
And Paya.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Good news.
All right.
And work on the forecast for Tonga,
Yeah,
okay?
please.
Okay.
Other than a win.
I have a tough time with this forecast, Renee. I haven't looked into
understand.
Tonga.
Okay.
I'll have an exclusive Tonga
Work on it.
forecast tomorrow.
Okay.
Still ahead on News 10. Back to Atlanta and Vi Sikahema live at the Olympic Games.
Hey, we've got weird names, but we can fight. We're supposed to be unbiased here, but you know what? Forget all that. Between Channing USA and Tonga, we'll show you the highlights. You'll hear from one of our Philadelphia boxers when we come back in sports. Stick around.
more effort,
More investigation.
more news.
More and more people are watching.
Whenever it breaks,
Wherever it breaks.
News 10, whatever it takes.
Sure, they're having fun playing the daily number. But are they having as much fun as they could be?
Not if they've forgotten to buy these, the tickets. Hi, I'm lottery ball number 7. Let's see what would happen if they remembered.
The daily number from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Get in the game. It's fun.
Every dealership is getting ready. The savings are big. It's the biggest Ford sales event of the year. Ford's factory authorized clearance at your Quality Plus Ford dealer with $1,500 cash back on Ford Windstar. Rated highest in safety over the Chrysler minivans. Now get $1,500 cash back on Windstar. Plus get rear air conditioning at no extra charge. Save on every Ford car and truck during Ford's factory authorized clearance. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer and get $1,500 cash back on your new Ford Windstar.
A big night in the ring and on the track for American athletes at the Olympic Games.
And a big night for Vi Sikahema, who is now live in Atlanta with more highlights too. Vi?
Guys, this has become a family affair here at the Olympics, and I couldn't have dreamed this up myself, but my cousin is here fighting. Let's check out the highlights. This is worth seeing one more time. His name is Paya Wolfgram. He's wearing red, a huge underdog against Cuba, and down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. My cousin, the underdog, wins against the Cuban Alexis Rubalcaba. Paya came out swinging tonight. He's, at least you see me there at the top right-hand corner waving the flag. Boy, I think the King of Tonga, he's going to give us an island to ourselves when we come back, hopefully after the end of the Olympics. Big happenings tonight in track and field. 5-time world champion in the pole vault, Sergei Bubka, withdrew because of injury. American Dan O'Brien leads the decathlon after 5 events. And former Villanova star Vicky Huber ended her Olympics with a 9th place finish in one heat of the women's 1,500 meters. Tonight, American Gail Devers was the favorite going into the women's 110-meter hurdles. Devers, the 100 meters winner, got out to a very poor start that she would not be able to recover from. Ludmila Enqvist of Sweden ran away with the gold, and Devers was edged at the finish by Patricia Gerard-Leno of France for the bronze medal. Disappointing night for Devers. American Michael Johnson was looking to move within 2 races of gold in the quarterfinal of the men's 200. Johnson paced himself well and took a big lead coming off the turn, strutting his stuff, winning in a time of 20.37 seconds. Johnson, who previously won the gold in the 400, is trying to become the first man to win the 200 and the 400 in the same Olympics. The 200 semis run tomorrow, and the finals will be seen tomorrow night right here on NBC 10. We've got to give you a chance to see him at the finish there. Congratulations to light middleweight David Reed of Philadelphia, who assured himself of at least a bronze medal by winning in today's quarterfinals. But earlier today, another Philadelphia boxer, Terrence Compton, and I were talking, and he's got some big plans when he comes home after the Olympics. After you win the gold medal, you said, you were telling me earlier, you'd like to have one thing done. Not asking a lot, when you go back to Philly, what would you like to see happen?
I want a street named after Terrence Carlson. That's all I want, just a street named after Terrence Carlson.
Terrence, get yourself an Eagles jersey. Maybe that'll help. The Phillies play the St. Louis Cardinals to the 3rd inning tonight, but the game was called because of rain. They will play a twilight doubleheader tomorrow starting at 5:05. The Major League Baseball trading deadline occurred at midnight, and the Phillies made some news. Pitcher Terry Mulholland goes to Seattle for 22-year-old AAA infielder Desi Relaford. Relaford, originally a shortstop, is playing second and shortstop this season. He is hitting .205 in 93 games at Tacoma. When the Eagles lost linebackers Kurt Govea and Bill Romanowski in free agency, Coach Ray Rhodes had some big plans and hoped to find a diamond in the rough in the draft. Al Meltzer has a story from Bethlehem.
There's one position in which the Eagles are thin, it's the linebacker. The solution is as thin as their depth. Ray Rhodes picked Ray Farmer, a safety from Duke, in the 4th round this season. Number 55, Ray Farmer, will do a lot of this, watching. But this very similar thing happened to a guy out in San Francisco, and he turned out to be a Pro Bowler. Then San Francisco defensive coordinator Ray Rhodes picked Westchester's Safety, Lee Woodall.
Knowing what Lee Woodall did when he was in college as far as being a safety for a little bit and then also playing, being able to project him as a linebacker was important. And that's what we looked at Reyes. We said Reyes an outstanding hitter. In college he was one of the best hitters that I had a chance to see on film.
Ray Farmer, well aware that this comparison raises expectation.
He's very impressed with you. The coach, I mean.
Thank you. All I can do, like I said, is just keep playing hard, stay in my playbook, and, just make plays when they present themselves.
With a ray of hope in Bethlehem, Al Meltzer, News 10 Sports.
Quick baseball note, the Detroit Tigers have traded today Cecil Fielder to the New York Yankees for Ruben Sierra. And, of course, this is what the Tongan flag looks like. You're going to be seeing this for the next couple of days. Guess where I'm going to be Friday night? I'm going to be up there in the stands cheering and waving that flag again. Back to you, Ken Renee.
You know what? That was such good footage. I think we might have time to show it again.
You want to see it again?
Actually,
Absolutely.
we do.
Absolutely.
Let's see my cousin there wearing the red. And you'll see me there at the top right-hand corner, absolutely forgetting I'm there to cover the Olympics. That's a little embarrassing, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's okay to be beautiful. I tell you, I feel like Pi is our cousin as well.
I look like one of the people up to 700 level, but that's okay. They're fun too.
Now, did you pay to get in?
No, I didn't pay to get in.
That's what I thought.
Whoops, don't tell that, Vi.
And I'm not paying Friday either.
I figured that too.
Congratulations again, Vi.
Absolutely. Still ahead on News 10, we have a story that will have you wishing your television had smell-o-vision when News 10 returns.
You're watching News 10, Olympic Edition.
Critics are calling Jack the funniest and the best.
You don't look 10.
I'm big for my age.
A dream of a movie.
You shoot hoops?
Me?
No, the 40-year-old kid behind you.
Robin Williams is dynamite as the most lovable 10-year-old you'll ever meet.
No girls allowed!
It's his best performance.
How would you like to see your classroom?
In this Oscar-worthy film.
I had a scary dream. Can I sleep in here? Of course, buddy.
You won't forget Jack, rated PG-13. Starts Friday, August 9th.
Man, it's muggy out there. Muggy sounds like something that happens to you in the street.
Okay, stifling.
Oppressive.
Miserable.
Unbearable.
Smothering.
Suffocating.
Scorching.
Blazing.
Blistering.
Sweltering.
Slimy.
Soggy.
Sticky.
Sultry.
I can go with sultry.
Not me, I'm married.
Oh, now that can get sticky.
I guess you're right.
John and Hurricane on News 10. Friends through all kinds of weather.
The legendary chalice of Malta has never come cheap. In 1238, it was captured by 10,000 Celts. In 1512, it took an entire armada. And in 1703, it took an arranged marriage to the daughter of Charles V, the older one. But luckily, if you want the golden chalice of Malta, all you need is the golden card of Visa, with extraordinary purchase power for extraordinary things. It's even mightier than the sword. Visa Gold, it's everywhere you want to be.
The Olympic Games, celebrating the notion that it truly is a small world. Unless, of course, you're UPS, bringing things to the Games in Atlanta from every corner of that small world. Every day, we serve over 200 countries and territories, speak 43 languages, and deliver overnight to a world that still measures 25,000 miles around. Oh, we are all one big family. It's just that the family is a little spread out. UPS, worldwide Olympic sponsor.
Now this is a scary sound. Transmissions make even scarier ones, unless you bring them to AAMCO. AA MCO.
Well, the world's biggest flower is causing a big stink in London. Yeah, this is the corpse flower. It gets its name because of its deadly smell. That's not stopping hundreds of sensory-curious visitors to London's new gardens to see it come into bloom. The Indonesian Titan arum only blooms once every 6 to 7 years. Smells like rotten fish or meat or burnt sugar. And some visitors, believe it or not, were disappointed it didn't smell worse.
Go figure. And that's News 10 for now. I'm Renee Chenal.
I'm Ken Matz. We'll see you tomorrow.
Say, in the market for a slot machine? Under the palm tree, we'll tell you where to go to buy these great casino souvenirs.
And we'll go live to Atlanta and continue our behind-the-scenes look at the Today Show as well. I'm Connie Cola.
I'm Steve Levy. Hope to see you right before the Today Show.
On the next Extra, there's sugar and spice. And everything not so nice. Meet Hollywood's hottest action heroes. Then funk star Pepper Vaughn spices up the aerobic scene, only on Extra.
Tonight at 7.
On NBC 10.
You don't win silver, you lose gold.
Imagine a world without limits, where anything is possible. AT&T believes communication can help make it happen. Because when people communicate, there's no limit to what they can do.
Dodge Ram is number 1 in resale versus Ford, Chevy, and GMC. Number 1 in available horsepower. Number 1 in available torque, even available payload and overall power. In fact, Dodge Ram is number 1 in more categories than any full-size pickup. So we'd like to thank everyone for making Dodge pickups number 1 in sales growth all across America. During the Dodge Summer Clearance, get up to $14.57 in package value discounts on Dodge Ram.
You're watching NBC 10, your Olympic station.